You guys seen the new Cyberpunk anime?
Seen of it, haven't watched it.
Bro, my brother tells me it's fucking amazing.
You know, I watched like the first 2 episodes. I can see where the hype's coming from, but I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm putting my Switch friend code in the tavern.
Go for it.
Let's see. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start. So last we left our adventurers, they had what did happen last time? It's been like 2 weeks. They had escaped from the warehouse where they were searching for information about the cult, and on their way, their journey took them to Rumrunner Lagoon, where oh yeah, and Brutus got kidnapped, but that's beside the point. They made their way to Rumrunner Lagoon, where they got to see some of the sights of the ragtag put together city outside of Alrexian rule, where Kai recognized some banners from his past. Upon entering one of these kind of clan taverns, Kai was greeted by some old friends and some other figures from his past, while a new figure, was Germain, made his way and introduced himself, saying he was also on the same path, or at least a similar path that you guys were on, looking for whereabouts of the cult. After some sleuthing and investigating, you found that your next course of action was going to take you to a parent shop outside of town where you could possibly find more information about where this cult base and what plans they had in the coming future. So, I don't remember exactly where we left off. We were still in the tavern, correct?
Kai's drunk and asleep, and me and Finral just finished interrogating Germain. That's pretty much where we left off.
Right.
So I was downstairs wanting to make sure Kai didn't find someone to sneak off with again and disappear to who knows where.
Oh.
So I will say it's from the travel of the day and also getting to the city and kind of getting everything ready. It has been a while and the sun is starting to get low in the sky. You were told that the place that you might be able to find information from was known as the Other Side, which was an apparent shop outside of town where a lot of people pass through. But Kai's drunken on the table. Bevlo's looking over him. Selena, you just finished with Germain, and I believe you were heading downstairs when we left off.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll go ahead and start there. So with all that, what would you guys like to do?
Let's see. I guess we gotta wait till Kai recovers. So, with the steel to vendor, myself, and Butler, we'll try to get him more comfortable.
Okay.
I think between the three of us, we can lift him and take him to a bed.
Yes, you can. With the Steel Defender, yourself, and also Butler helping the small spherical mono drone, you guys are able to lift him easily and carry him up to a bunk. The tavern itself is getting a little bit more busy now that the day is starting to close, and some of these sailors that are part of the clan are starting to come in and get their nightly drinks and have their rabble rousing. So you're free to take a long rest or drink with some of the people, talk with the bartender.
Yeah, I'll get a drink.
Okay. You go up to the counter and you can see the large Goliath figure with his apron on, the kind of dirty white shirt underneath. Fuck, did I not write down his name? God damn it, Scott.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Who's
The bartender.
the bartender?
The Goliath.
Let me check.
God.
It's my bad. It's been. Sorry.
Pretty sure I wrote it down. Though I'm not seeing it. 1 second.
Anyway, while he looks for that, he greets you and extends his hand out. I don't believe we've met before. Are you one of Kai's friends?
Yes, I am.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. What was your name?
You as well. I'm Bevlo.
Bivlo, it is nice to meet you. Unfortunately, my name is slipping from my mind at the moment. It's been a long day, and I've had a couple drinks as I've been serving people. What can I get you?
Whatever is your most popular drink.
I'll be right on it. That'll cost you 1 gold, though.
Fair enough.
He goes and prepares some sort of concoction that he pours in a glass and hands to you. It looks like green seawater. It's kind of got like a green, grayish, brackish, like murky water texture or look to it, but it smells surprisingly sweet.
All right. I'll drink it.
Down the hatch. As you drink it, it's sweet and then turns salty and then turns sour. It's got hints of like citrus juice and different sorts of sugars in it.
Rippy
Seems like-
Langan.
Ripley Langdon. That was it. Thank you.
Sounds like the drink at the Gold Hill Inn, the pickle.
Basically, it's very pickly. Definitely a drink that will put hair on your chest. It's good though.
All right, so I've just arrived to this little corner of the world. What are things like here?
Well, it's pretty nice if you know what you're doing, of course. Kind of takes some getting used to around these parts. You see, the city was founded rather early. It was founded by a man who fled from Araxia and wanted a place where people could be free and live their life how they wanted outside of the orderly rule of the kingdom. So, with him and a ragtag team of his closest allies, they first built a house and then built a farm around it, and then that farm turned into a small community, and then that community turned into a town, and that town into a city, and here we are today. We like to pride ourselves in a safe haven for anybody who's seeking asylum or is traveling.
Okay.
So you'll definitely see a lot of weird figures around here. You know, ones you don't usually see in the capital city or its forts. I'm sure you've seen some already.
Yes. Oh. Some of the people who are taking advantage of that of your safe harbor have brought our attention here.
Indeed, and there's more than just pirates from the material plane here. We serve all kinds. In fact, down south, there is I don't really know how to describe it, but it's weird down there. The planes get real thin. A lot of weird
Ah.
shit happens down there, and we get travelers from all over.
All right, that's very good to know. Thank you.
Of course. How do you know Kai? Are you traveling with him? Did you sail on a ship with him?
Yes, we're all sailing on timeout.
Penguin thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Sangwing Fang.
Can't say I've heard of that ship before, but I'll add it to my list. How's he been? It's been quite a while since I've seen him, and he looks over at Kai, currently slumped over on the table, still holding a mug. He says, "It's been a while since I've seen him, and looks like he hasn't changed a bit."
He's doing a lot better now. He was under the weather for a while early on in our sailing. He
Well,
got pricked by a very bad thorn.
I'm sure that's a story.
Oh, it'll be his to tell if he wants to.
Indeed. Well, I have other customers to serve, but if you need anything, just holler. The name's Ripley.
Thank you.
Of course. And he turns and begins serving other people. Kai. To this point, after your very long drinking and sorts, that you would eventually start to come back to, extremely groggy and tired, but coming to nonetheless. You can see a lot more people are in the tavern currently. You see Bevlo at the bar, finishing up some conversation with Ripley.
I'm just like, oh, my head. I gotta waddle over to the Ripley, see if I can't get a glass of water.
You haven't changed a bit, Kai. Seems like you have the same aptitude for alcohol that your old man did. As he slams a glass of water in front of you. Drink up.
Thanks. And I started just slugging it.
You said you were traveling with your old man to give him one last taste of the sea, was that correct?
Yep.
If you don't mind me asking, if it's not a sensitive subject, did he have anywhere that he wanted to spread his ashes? Or be buried?
Not that I can remember, but there's a few places I have in mind. 1 second. I think I have it written down. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
One of the few places was far to the northwest, and I think it was a little island surrounded by sea monsters.
Hey, sounds like the old man wanting to be buried in a place where nobody could ever touch him.
That's what I thought too.
Well, it's good to see you again. I'm glad you're doing well for yourself. I was talking to a friend Bevlo over there. He told me you got in touch with some thorns of some sort.
He's letting you know about a certain cursed magical object that I decided I was going to grab hold of.
He stares for a moment and then bursts out laughing as some other people laugh around you. You are the spitting image of your old man. I have. Here's a story about the time he decided to grab what he thought was an ancient golden artifact, but turned out to be an alligator tail. He begins to tell this story. Selena, as you're kind of finishing up your session with Jermaine, Jermaine decides to stay in his room for the rest of the night, feeling tired after his vision. As you're walking back, Fenor kind of clutches his head for a moment and stops, kind of looking like he's in some kind of like distress.
What's wrong?
It's my head. It doesn't feel right. I feel tired all of a sudden.
Probably find a room for you to rest then.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I think I should find some rest.
Even though you technically don't sleep.
Just need somewhere to sit down for a moment. What do you think of that, Jermaine?
Well, he wasn't lying at the very least, so...
Do you think he'll help us?
I think he'll help. to the extent that he finishes whatever he's trying to finish.
Well, I guess there's only one way to really see.
Indeed.
Thanks for coming along all this way.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to a room to sit down for a moment. What do you do?
How far is the place we're supposed to go?
It's on the outskirts of town. It's up on the ridge and then out a little bit. It's no more than maybe a 15-minute walk. So it's not too far.
She'll come down, see what everyone's doing in the bar.
Sure, you see Bevlo currently sitting at the bar, his two automatons standing behind him, almost like two big mechanical bodyguards. And Kai currently surrounded by 5 or so people while Ripley is telling this loud story about how his father was being chased by a giant golden crocodile.
She'll not exactly feeling particularly interested in what's happening in the bar to begin. If I'm being honest, she'll step out and take a look at the surroundings of the town. Get a better look of the place.
Sure. You're just taking like a general look, or you look for something specific?
General look. Obviously, anything that looks sketchy would be of interest.
Yeah. So looking around with the sun setting, you can see a lot more ships are in the harbor. This large crescent moon harbor that you kind of sit on, with the large rock spire that sits up in the center with different, like rope bridges kind of making their way across the large lagoon area. A lot more ships that are not, they don't look like merchant ships. They look like pirate ships. Some warships, and then some kind of spotted merchant ships throughout. It's definitely an odd look for a harbor to see all these mishmash kind of ships that definitely have their own personalities to them from the crew that man them. But looking around the streets, you can see it's quite busy. You actually kind of have to step back to not get whisked away in the flow of the crowd along the streets. You can hear animals, livestock being pulled along, people shouting from in the distance, trying to sell things. It's a very chaotic environment, even at the sunset.
She'll start walking around the city, sort of going in the general direction to where we're supposed to go. I'm not going to do anything there, just sort of scouting, but get a lay of the land. You guys can do it. Have everyone else can do whatever they want to do. We can do that later, though.
I can continue.
All right.
You easily are whisked away by the flow of the crowd, just stepping into it and kind of following the general direction of the crowd mass that heads around the city. And you pass by other various buildings that hold these banners, these clan flags that show various pirate gangs, various merchant guilds. You pass by a couple shops on your way. One of them looks to be an alchemist. Another, an alchemist shop that looks pretty prominent, called the Morning Singer Solutions. You pass by a very prominent looking blacksmith forge called the Lion's Roar Forge. A couple other shops catch your eye. It looks like a portrait painter and a library. Though that doesn't look as important as some other things you've seen. And right before you get up to kind of the ridge where the buildings grow larger and more spacious, you see kind of nestled in between two large buildings looks to be a small shop with kind of these gears turning on the outside. A small bit of steam shoots out the top. As you see, it's called the Copper Cog, and it looks like to be like some sort of tinkerer's shop. But as you finally get up to the ridge line of this large lagoon, that looks to be the edge of like some sort of craterous volcano, you finally get a wide bird eye view of the entire city, seeing that it slopes down to its lagoon harbor. You can see the tiers of the slums on the lower levels to the middle class working areas in the middle, and then the high rise sort of more luxury buildings along the ridge. Behind you, you can see out into the wilds. It slopes down pretty gently into just wild jungle far beyond. You can see a bit in the distance, the jungle starts to get strange as you think you can make out different colors of trees, strange patterns along their leaves, but that is a ways out, a bit too far to make out precise details. But that is what you scout out. As far as the location you're looking to, you can actually see it from here, as maybe a halfway walk around the ridgeline. You can see this large, almost carnival tent looking place, that you can only assume is probably what you're looking for, as what was described by Ripley.
Does it look like it has lights on currently?
It looks like it has lights showing off the building more as a display, but from here it's hard to tell. But it is lit up. It's easy to see because of the bright. See these bright red and yellow stripes along the sides of the tent that turn into silver and blue along the top. It's very fancy and it's very eye catching.
Is there anyone around her right now?
From your position, it's hard to remember. You're kind of looking from, I'd say, a quarter-mile distance away.
Around Selena.
Oh, around Selena. Currently, since you're on the ridgeline, the population is less dense here. There's the odd person that passes by, but not relatively dense.
There doesn't seem to be people going down towards that shop place.
Not currently, no.
She'll head down towards that. Again, if there's anything else other people want to do, they can do that before we go to that.
Sure. Scott, TikTok, is there anything you want to do?
Upon finishing up the story with Ripley, I'll try and get ready to head out. Kind of trying to wave off the hangover that I got.
Okay.
I'll follow Selena. Make sure we all stay close together.
So you're gonna follow Kai because Selena already left while you were still at the bar. But I get what you mean. Okay, so you guys head out. Basically following the instructions that Ripley gave you and trying to follow along Selena's trail. So Selena heading down. You'd like to head down to the tent looking area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So heading down to the tent. Give me 1 second.
Before I get to it, assuming there's no one around me, a good distance from it, I'm going to use disguise self first.
Okay.
Probably make myself look like what's the in this city? What was the highest population? Like what race type was there the most? Did I see the most?
It is a melting mixing pot of a lot of races, but as is most common through most of these towns and cities, human was the most prominent.
Alright, she'll make herself look like a just a traveling human woman with I don't know, red hair or something. Yeah, red hair. like traveling clothes.
Gotcha. So, making your way down to this this large tent, as you get closer, the tent itself, from afar, it looked really big. Like it looked like almost its own giant building. But as you get closer and closer, it doesn't seem as big as whenever you get really close to it. And as you get to it, it's maybe no bigger than the size of like an A-frame tent, maybe about 10 feet by 5 feet. It's strange. But as you're
Can I
around
take
the
a closer
sure.
look at the tent in case I see magic?
Sure. Make an Arcana check. As you look around the tent, it's definitely small. It looks like it'd fit like 2 people from the outside. But the slight kind of melody of music seems to be playing from within. And as you're wandering around, kind of a little bit confused about what you saw, you see about 3 or 4 people exit out of the tent. Much too big for the size of the 4 people that just walked out. You know, these 2 large Goliath-looking brothers and this this elf and this this human look like their own little small adventuring party. And as they open, you can hear the music kind of gets loud for a moment, and then as the tent flap closes, it kind of gets muffled and quiet again.
Got some Harry Potter type shit going on in there. She'll stay right there for a second and look around, see if there's anyone else coming.
Okay. As you sit and wait for a couple minutes, kind of waiting, just scoping out the area, see if anybody has been following you or, you know, anything else that might be suspicious. You start to see 2 figures coming out from the ridgeline that are a bit hard to see now that the sun has begun to set over the ocean. It's kind of casting a dark twilight over the area, and it's kind of hard to make out these 2 figures. They look like they're walking towards the tent.
Not knowing who they are, I'll probably from this distance. I guess can I roll like perception to see if I can tell who they are?
Sure, make a perception check.
No.
It's hard to tell, especially with the low light that's starting to encroach over the city.
All right. She'll head into the tent, take a look around the place.
Okay. Kai and Bevlo, as you guys are walking down the ridgeline towards the tent, you also experience the strange shifting of size of the tent. As before it looked like this large, massive carnival almost, and now you get up to it, it's this small A-frame. And as you're getting closer, you can see this human woman kind of dart inside quickly.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Well, I still don't see Selena anywhere. You wanna head in?
I don't know. This all feels hard to figure out. I think I'll walk the town a bit.
Okay. And I'll head with them. Don't want to leave them alone.
Okay. So, where are you walking to, Bevlo? You passed by all the places that Selena did, by the way, including the Tinkerer shop.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there right now. Not with someone who might try to steal Butler. Still Defender, I can just make a new one, but Butler will just have more problems. Um, I think I just want to look like I'm taking a casual stroll and see how how everyone reacts around as I'm just casually walking.
Okay. I'll get to that in a moment. So, Selena, as you enter into this tent, it is a. Let me change music. As you enter inside into this tent, it is much, much, much larger on the inside than shows on the outside, as you assume this is probably some sort of pocket dimension or extra dimensional space that was created by whoever runs this shop. Um, you see large floating letters as you enter, written in a beautiful kind of blue purple calligraphy that says "The Other Side." Um, the inside of this tent has carpeted rugs and um, a really colorful, bright interior that would be very warm. Um, a very nice place to rest on like a cold day. You could see various shelves hold all sorts of strange adventuring equipment, um, strange knickknacks and artifacts like skulls being held in suspension in jars, weird devices that you've never seen before, um, stones that have writing that look to be one language but then shift into another language, bits and odds and ends, um, as well as many books of what look to be catalogs that are showing these illusory projections of magic items that you would recognize over the world. You can see there are many adventuring types in here, as there's about 30 to 40 looking adventurers, sailors, pirates, just perusing the store, window shopping. And the music you heard before is now bright and clear, as it's coming from a sourceless source. It is sourceless. That's better. And currently sitting at a large, kind of wide brimmed table that would almost look like a bar of sorts with all sorts of knickknacks behind him would be an older human currently wearing these royal blue robes with silver trim that seem to sparkle like stars. And he has a giant floppy pointed wizard's hat with a long white beard, a perfectly combed white mustache. When you think the image of a wizard, this is the guy. What do you do?
She'll just peruse for a little bit, keep an ear out for anything interesting that anyone's talking about.
There's all sorts of interesting things here. There are adventurers perusing over. You see racks and racks of like mass-produced healing potions and other sorts of potions made here. You see like a library section that contains pre-made spell tomes and scrolls that you can pick from a barrel. There's a barrel on the side that says random sword for 50 gold, and it's just a bunch of sword hilts sitting out of a barrel, with like a sign that's been nailed to the side of it that says half off if magical. There is an entire section dedicated to just like animal parts, where you can see skulls have been like taxidermied and placed on shelves. Adventurers like looking at the size of some of these skulls. About half the store is dedicated to magical items. Though as you kind of look at them and knowing some of these items, like being able to see them before, you can tell easily that these are replicas, not the actual thing. More of like display pieces.
Um, looking around the shop, do I notice anything strange or out of place? Maybe a latch or trapdoor looking thing, or a door that looks like it's not meant to be easily seen.
Make a investigation check. As this will take a little bit because this place is large. It's like the size. Have you ever been inside of Barnes and Noble?
I've been inside large. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a 2-story. It's large. It's gonna take you a while to kind of search.
With the power of blind sight.
With the power of blind sight, make an investigation check.
Can I get
power of
advantage?
With the power of blind sight, make an investigation check.
Lord.
Okay. It's actually not. No, I'm not going to cast anything on in here.
10. You start to search, and you kind of you look at a rug. What's that from?
This is the one that I've had for a while. I haven't used
Oh
it yet.
yeah. You search through, and you look under rugs, push chairs back.
I'm not actively moving objects to look around.
Oh, you're just looking. You're looking, and everything here looks like a shop would. And as you look and kind of make your rounds, the wizened wizard-looking fella would kind of notice you looking around a little bit more than the adventurers around here. Kind of calls out to you. Is there something I can help you with, ma'am? Sir? You can't really see because of your hood.
Hood? What hood?
Oh, I thought you had a hood on.
No.
We don't do gender here. Sorry. Can I help you, thing?
Just looking around.
Oh well, this is quite a large store. Can I help you find anything specific you're looking for?
I don't know. That sort of depends on what you have.
Well, please come on. I have plenty of catalogs to show you. My name is Vic Griffin, retired adventurer extraordinaire, purveyor and curator of all things magical and mysterious. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. I'm Jessica.
Jessica. What a wonderful name. So, what are you in the market for, Jessica? Potions, as he kind of flashes his hands and a catalog of fancy looking potions appears, kind of like an illusory picture. Perhaps magic items, the same thing happens to his right. Or perhaps something mysterious, as he kind of poofs a giant question mark over his head.
What do you have that's mysterious?
Oh, all sorts of things. Things that would... Oh, let me get my catalog. He turns around, picks up a dusty book off the shelf, and sets it down, and opens it, kind of turns some of the pages and shows you, well, I have plenty of mysterious things. Here's a stone that was recovered in the deep... And as he's kind of telling you these items, he's obviously trying to sell them a bit, but the items he's showing off don't necessarily look magical by any means. They kind of just seem like weird curios and trinkets, like a frozen bug in amber, a footprint of a dinosaur that was apparently found in like an ancient mine, a broken half of a long lost civilization mask, an arrowhead that was said to use by a legendary hero of old, that sort of thing.
I don't suppose you have anything more darker?
He kind of looks at you for a moment, thinking to himself. Darker like the color black? We have plenty of black things.
Something more evil in nature.
Oh, you're one of those types. I see. I get you. Then you don't want to mess around with this catalog, of course. As he kind of shoves it back on the shelf and pulls out what looks to be a steel crate. Kind of places it next to him, and you hear all these latches. Hang on, just a couple more. Sorry, there's like 70 of those things on there. As he pulls out a Necronomicon-looking book.
Oh, God.
Here's our dark catalog. I think much, much more similar to someone of your taste. As he opens it, kind of these three ghastly-looking lights kind of... Oh, I didn't know they were in there. I'll figure that out later. Anyway, looking for necromantic items, summoning the dead, torture devices. What tickles your fancy?
Necromantic.
Necromancy. There we go. The necromancy chapter. We have my beginner's guide to necromancy. We have beginner necromancy kicks, bags of bones. Also have some runes that can improve undead. Anything you're looking for?
I don't think I'd need particular help in creating undead, but I mean, those runes would probably be of some assistance, but I don't think I really need those right now.
But you're a spellcaster, yes?
To a certain extent, yes.
Oh. Well, then might I suggest some items I've acquired that could help you with your spellcasting abilities? What kind of spellcaster are you? Looking for wands, like a wizard? Amulets for clerics? Or vials of blood for sorcerers?
Do you have amulets?
I do. In fact, we have some in stock just today. As he closes the book and locks the box away, and pulls out. Actually, he doesn't pull out anything. He just kind of like reaches in one of the folds of his robes and just pulls out this amulet that you see is a circular amulet that kind of has a golden cross across the middle with this kind of shiny, almost mirror-like underside. This is an amulet of the devout. As long as it's held and attuned to by any cleric or paladin, their spells will be much more powerful in the name of their deity. Luckily, this one changes its appearance to however you want it.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure. He kind of puts his hand back in his robe and then pulls it out again and hands you the amulet.
Can I look it over to make sure it's real?
Yeah. You look over it, and it's obvious that he put the real one back in and pulled out a replica. So this one is obviously not real, but from what you saw, that one was real. It looks like he did it so you wouldn't run off with it.
And how much would you be wanting for the actual one?
Fuck, where do I have the magic shop?
I believe you had it at $5.50. I have it up.
I have it in my notes.
Well, let me find it specifically.
I got it open right now.
Yeah, so do I.
I forgot we discussed
There
that.
it is.
The other side catalog.
Yep.
There, plus one amulet of about 550 gold.
550 gold pieces.
Do you trade at all?
Depends on what you have to trade. I can trade in equal value of these sorts of things. So I only deal in magic items, curios, stuff like that.
Did you say Cheerios?
Curios. I trade Cheerios. I love the
those.
flavor. I love the flavored ones. What are they called?
He's
Fruit
a
Loops?
dragon. He hoards Cheerios.
She will take out the. Where is it? Where's the shard? To remember what exactly it's called.
The Dark Shard pendant, I think.
What do I not?
Bevlo Kai, do you wanna come to the magic shop?
Yeah.
No, Bevlo, do you want to take me to the magic shop?
Take me to the magic shop.
Shut up.
Bevlo, do you want to go to the magic shop?
Yes, I do.
All right. Bevlo and Kai, you enter into the magic shop, and you see a woman currently at the counter. You see all the spectacular, spectacle before you, and Vic kind of looks over. I'll be with you in one moment. I'm just helping this young lady right here. Please look around.
I guess I don't have it in this one. I do have it. The dark shard pendant.
Mm-hmm. How much is it worth?
I don't know. He doesn't really say. It's a common item, but
Hold up. I know how much it is. If I didn't delete my notes like I just did.
I mean, it's a common item. It can enhance pretty much any spellcaster up to a +2, depending on how much you want to give up. But
Hang on, I'm looking. I'm looking. Gotcha. Oh, wow. A genuine shot from the Shadowfell. This is quite a rare find. I'd be willing to take this, and for an extra 100 gold, I'll be able to give you the pendant. The amulet, sorry. It's been a long day.
I don't know. This thing's pretty valuable. How about an extra 50 gold?
Make a persuasion check. We're talking about Vic Griffin here, dude. He's like the guy from Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars.
Oh.
Wow. Really
Tell you
should use
what,
that
I'll
math.
cut it down to 90. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair enough. She'll take out 90 gold in the dark shard pendant.
He reaches back into his folds of his robe and pulls out the amulet and puts it in a box and kind of wraps it up with a little ribbon. And there you go, young lady. I hope you find your... He's like struggling to find the words for it. Your purpose in life with your deity.
I am somewhat curious. Are there any others who have sort of looking for my own kind in that regard, who have been looking for necromantic items in this that you've seen so around here?
It's funny you say that. There was a man that came in earlier today. It was talking about looking for some items of the necromantic kind. Said he was trying to perform some ritual. I obviously didn't pay attention because I'm here to just make money. I don't care. But he was quite interesting. Tall, elven, kind of blonde hair tied into a short ponytail. Was cut, obviously. Looked very sharp. Had a symbol on his forehead. Black robes looking figure. He was quite dashing.
Symbol? Type of symbol?
It was... I'm going to look at his picture so I get the symbol right. It was, it looked like two arrows, one on the left side and one on the right side, and then a dot in the middle. Kind of like this. There you go. It's in library. Except it's not a 0, it's a dot. Something like that. Never seen it before. Had it right in the middle of his forehead.
Interesting. Hope that I come across this individual. Perhaps we'll have something to talk about.
Well, I hope you find him. You two gentlemen, how can I help you? As he kind of looks over to the rabbit folk with his 2 mechanical bodyguards and the large Triton paladin. But while she was making that deal, did you guys want to look around at anything?
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was already out and about on the floor looking at stuff.
What were you wanting to look at?
At the moment I'm looking at a cloak.
Yeah, so you're flipping through the catalogs. You see a cloak on the wall, and you kind of pull it off, and it's obviously a replica, but it's a pretty damn close one. You can see a adventurer next to you is like he's trying to grab a potion on this large spin wheel. It's like a wheel that spins, and on each of the spokes has kind of like a tray, and it spins. There's about 8 trays that have like these potions resting on them. The best mechanism I can relate it to is the thing from Wall-E inside his truck.
Spins.
Yeah.
So what is he just trying to grab it off there or something?
He's just like looking, and he's like, he kind of like puts his hand on the lever and turns a little bit, and he kind of looks at him, and kind of turns it a little bit some more.
I'm looking at a belt.
Is it the seatbelt?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see the common items, instead of like kind of like one kind of on display, you find them in like a take one barrel, like a buy one get one free sort of bin. You found the common items bin, and you're kind of perusing through it, and you pull out the seatbelt, and you're like, oh, what's this? And it looks like a small little seat on a leather belt.
Out of character question, does the belt have to be attuned?
I do not think so.
I don't think it does.
I'm checking. It does not.
Oh, awesome. I'll take this up to the front and ask him about my next interest.
Sure. All right, so as you approach, you can see the woman and Selena as you turn and see the figure approaching. You see it would be Bevlo approaching, obviously not recognizing you in your disguised form.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes. Talking to me?
I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get around you to the wizard.
Oh.
Yes, you're blocking him.
Like
She'll
literally.
move.
Excuse me, get out of my way.
Move, bitch! Get out of the way. Sorry about that. How can I help you, young Herringon Master?
Can you tell me more about this belt?
I can indeed. In fact, I can show it off as I have one on myself. It does get pretty tiring standing up all the time. Watch and observe. He jumps up in the air, and as if by magic, he sits in the middle of the air, as if sitting on a chair magically. The patent-pending seat belt. He kind of kicks his legs back, puts his hand behind his head as he looks like he's reclining in a chair. He kind of wiggles his butt as he looks like he's like settling into it. Ah, the epitome of comfort.
Oh, that's awesome.
Seat
I'd
wherever you
definitely like to get this. And by any chance, do you have a wand of magic missile?
That's a good question. Let me check. He kind of gets down from his seat.
You do.
I know. I'm just looking at the price.
$6.25.
6.5. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Gotcha.
Major. Yeah.
He opens one of the catalogs and kind of flips to the magic wand of magic missile page, and the image appears before him. You see as he opens the book, it kind of projects an image above it of the item that kind of spins. It's got the price next to it, kind of like a QVC infomercial style. And he says, we do. We have a few in stock. It's actually quite a popular item. You have a good eye, Master Harangon. Would you like a replica to test? Get a feel for it.
Sure, I'd like to test it out.
Sure. What kind of style are you looking for? Elven, human, orcish, tiefling? It doesn't change the magic at all, but it does change how it looks.
But you repeat the list. That went by too fast.
We have a human one, as he kind of shows a normal standard looking wand, kind of like a Harry Potter one. We have elven, which is kind of more curved and organic looking with a sharpened tip. We have orcish, which is much rougher, almost look like it was chipped and whittled more than kind of carved. And finally, tiefling, which is very sharp into a point, almost like a stiletto.
Out of character, the different styles doesn't mean you have to use a different language to command the wand, right?
No, it's simply stylistic.
I'll go with tiefling.
All right. He plucks the hologram image out of the air, out of the book, as it becomes. It's kind of like translucent in his hand, almost like it's like see-through. And he hands it to you. Careful, it's sharp.
Thank you. Do you have anything for me to aim at?
I do. Magical Misto, give me 3 prestos. As he shoots out into the kind of open space, you see three straw training dummies, and a puff of smoke behind you. Go on.
All right, so I'll do 1 charge of the 3 dummies.
You swish and you flick, and you watch the magic missiles shoot out of the wand and kind of spiral through the air wildly for a minute. And as you kind of focus on the target, you watch as their wild spin suddenly becomes very accurate as they turn and boom, all hit the target at once as the straw dummy poofs into a magical silvery dusty mist. As it oh, excellent job.
Thank you. I'm very happy. I think I will get the real one now.
Absolutely. That would be
Same style.
625 gold, and I do offer trading for a discount.
Let me check. Let's see. What do I have? Oh. Let's see, where did I put those gems? I'll just go back to the library. It's too far.
We had gems worth 200 and 100 gold yellow quartz that we split evenly.
Yeah, I'll spend the yellow quartz if he'll take it.
How much is the yellow quartz worth?
200. Oh, no.
200?
100.
100? And you have 100 gold worth, TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. This is some fine quartz. I'm sure I could find a use for this. I'll knock off 100 gold. So this one would only be 525 instead.
All right. 525. I'm also going to take the belt.
Oh, my personal favorite. That'll be 30 gold.
God, it was 25.
25 gold, sorry, I didn't read it. That'll be 25 gold.
Okay.
Since I'm so generous, I'll knock off 5 gold, 5 whole gold pieces, because I'm so generous.
Okay. And I give him the gold.
Excellent purchaser, sir. He takes the wand, we're just kind of pulling it out of his robe, like the folds of his long wizarding robe. Puts it into a wand case box for you, wraps up in ribbon, and then he puts the belt into a like a grocery bag for you, and that has a branded the other side on it, like a gift shop bag. Is there anything else I can help you with? You definitely look like the magic types, well, with your automatons and such behind you.
Oh, I just saved some money. Oh, no, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough for that or to trade.
Where did you come by them, by the way? That one, he points to the spring crown. That one I can tell is certainly of your own make, but what about that one? As he points to the monodrone.
I'm merely borrowing him right now.
So he's not for sale?
No. In fact, after our time here, or after our current agenda, I'll need to figure out how to I'll need to take him straight back home.
Are you sure nothing can change your mind?
Oh, I am quite certain.
All right. I won't pry further.
Bevlo said that as he's imagining every possible worst case scenario he can imagine.
Well, I won't pry any further. What's yours is yours. Thank you for shopping with us. Kai, what are you buying?
As I come over, I have a few items. I kind of set down the cloak of protection, obviously. You know,
Obviously.
had to be that.
Obviously.
Obviously, God.
Obviously.
The cloak of protection, and I set down a little kit of painter supplies. Noel's Year's marvelous pigments.
Huh. All right. So he looks at the cloak, and also you kind of sit down the replica paint set as he pulls and tugs at his beard, looking you up and down. I didn't take you for the painter type whenever you walked in, but I guess looks can be deceiving, right? After all, my hat holds many secrets. So, you're looking to buy this cloak of protection and Noz's famous magical pigments?
I am. Oh, and I walk over to real quick and I grab a what is it? A quicksilver clay.
You reach into the common bin aisle. You set the jar down of kind of the clay kind of sloshes inside. Oh, big spender today, aren't we? Would you like to try any of the items out before you buy them?
May I test out the pigments?
Absolutely. Go on ahead. Here's a brush. Paint whatever your heart desires. As he kind of he claps his hands and spreads them as you see a canvas suddenly poofs into his hands as he sets it down in front of you.
Okay, so
Don't worry. The one you'll receive will be a fresh set, so you won't waste any paint.
all right. I appreciate it. And I take the paintbrush and I kind of really focus on a trident, and I start drawing a trident. Then I reach my hand in and grab it.
Make a performance check for me real quick.
A performance?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Oh Lord.
It's gonna work. I just want to see how well the
I know.
trident looks.
Where is it? That's a 12?
So, first of all, this canvas is only about a foot wide. Like, it's not like a giant canvas.
Yeah, I'm making a small one.
So Bevel, you watch as Kai begins to paint.
Like a fork.
begins to paint this trident, and you can see the brush marks are kind of uneven a little bit, and one of the trident picks is a little bit longer and one's a little bit shorter, and it's kind of like lopsided, just a little bit. It's not the best trident, but you reach in and you. It's strange because your hand kind of reaches into the canvas for a moment, and as you grab, you can feel something grip, and you pull it out, and you can feel kind of this heavy weight to it as it didn't like transform into a trident. It looks exactly as you painted it. So it is a singular color lopsided trident, more like a fork, not an actual trident, but it's real, and it looks like it could poke somebody's eye out if you tried hard enough.
Interesting. I kind of inspect my work. I think I need to do a little more practicing later, but
Indeed, unfortunately, the pigments are quite sensitive to what is drawn. It just creates whatever you draw. So if you want details, grips, handles, you'll have to draw them yourself.
may I
But
try one more thing?
sure, by all means, the world is your canvas.
And I
That is a mighty fine fork, though. Can I take it? I'd like
yeah,
to present.
it's the fork.
He like hands the fork. He like puts it in the curio book.
So I start painting a take a few colors and start painting a hooded lantern.
Yeah, you take a few colors, and it's a very cartoony looking hooded lantern. But you reach in, you can kind of feel that grip again. You pull it out, and it's a hood lantern, and it emanates light. It works.
It does.
Oh, much better. Much better.
Still rough around the edges, but getting there.
I'm sure in time you'll be better than Nuzzler himself.
Nah, I doubt I could ever get as good as him.
And as you kind of hold it for a moment, it suddenly kind of disintegrates. As he says, "Oh, sorry about that. This is just a test display. If you want the real thing, you'll have to pay for it."
Yes. No problem. So it's 2,500 for the pigments kit. I think it was 635 for the cloak and 100 for the quicksilver. Can we? Let me see how much that is altogether. 100 less 635. 3235. 3235 altogether. You think we could round that down to 3,000?
Hmm.
Can I roll a persuasion?
30. What's the total? 32.
3235.
You want to round it down to 3,000.
3,235.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 15. Oof.
I have been getting some good business lately, and your friend there did buy some things from me.
And I'm buying a lot.
How about 3,100?
100 gold off is good. I'll take it.
Pleasure doing business with you. He takes the cloak and folds it up very neatly, putting it in a bag for you. And again, this time instead of reaching to his cloak, he actually takes off his hat, kind of puts it on its side, and he reaches his hand in and is like, "Ah, where is it? Come on, that's don't bite me. That's my cat." There it is. Pulls out the box and then put his hat back on. You see some like blood leaking from his fingers, where his cat bit him. And of course, the clay he puts in the bag as well. Thank you for shopping with us. Please tell your friends about the other side. We're located here and in Fort Goldgrass.
Will do. Definitely worth it. Oh, I totally forgot. How is your potion stock?
He looks over at the adventurer that's still turning and looking at all of them. Well, if that adventurer keeps looking at all of them, he's got roughly 987 more rows to go. So I'd say we're doing quite well.
Jesus.
They're mostly healing potions. We sell a lot of healing potions here. A lot of adventurers.
That would be one hot item.
Indeed. In fact, don't tell him, but they're all healing potions. All the specialty potions are actually over there. As he points to like a cupboard, not cupboard, a cupboard that you open to see all like the specialty ones. I don't think he understands that those are different flavors. You can see it's like a small goblin man who's maybe in his 40s. He's got like a bowler cap on and like a suit, but it's obviously sees some wear to it. And he's got like he's holding a cane in one hand that looks to be sharpened on one end.
With the remainder of my gold, I'm gonna buy. Actually, I had a question for you with the potion of superior healing.
Yeah.
How much does that heal? I know a normal one is like 1d something.
That is a minor
2d4.
rare item.
Minor rare, yeah. Gives it's a potion of superior healing plus temp HP is what it says.
1 second. It's 8d4 plus 8 hit points.
Who? What was
Yes.
that?
8d4 plus 8 hit points, and you get in temporary hit points half to what you heal.
8d4 plus 8 hit points. Jesus Christ.
It's 50 gold for a potion of healing, right?
A potion of normal healing, yes. 4 flavors, of course.
All right. I'll take 2 potions of healing. Surprise me on the flavors.
All right, so you pick randomly from the you go to the goblin figure who's like, oh, I can't decide, and you reach over and grab you grab a dragon spice one that's kind of got like an orangey hue to it, and you grab a honey one, got a nice bright yellow to it.
Okay.
Wait, sir, how did you decide which one to pick?
I didn't decide. I just grabbed. And I try to quickly walk away.
Oh, maybe I should try that.
He starts looking through again.
Yeah, he starts like pulling the lever again. I just can't decide. All right, yeah, that's 100 gold.
Okay. Thanks.
They're just normal healing potions.
Well, I was completely out, and
Yep.
that's what I could afford, so...
So, do you guys want to continue to peruse the shop? It doesn't look to be just a magic shop, as, of course, a main majority of it is selling curios and magic items, but there looks to be parts of it that are more reserved for people who want to sit down and rest. There looks to be an area that's kind of more natural. It almost looks like a small glade was ripped out of the material plane and shoved inside of here. As you see, like a large bonfire with adventurers sitting around. There's tables set up if you would like to rest there. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Go ahead.
If everyone's done shopping, I'm ready to go, but if people aren't, then I'm gonna go rest. Or I guess just Kay, because I have no idea Selena's here.
Excuse me.
Oh, you guys are also looking for Selena?
Yeah, she's disguised, so we have no clue.
I will get 2 potions and a cloak of elven kind. And bring it over.
Okay. The 2 potions I can skip, but as you go over the goblin as well, like, excuse me, mate. How did you pick those? God, that's what the other one said.
I mean, I just got the red ones since they look like normal healing potions.
Oh, that is a good point. I can't decide. He pulls the lever again. I might be here all night.
Anyway, like, we've all tried to get him to move, sir. Look at me as we can.
You see there's like a small line of people like, come on.
Is there a cherry one? Or what flavors do they have, real quick?
So they have, so in the normal healing potion line, God, God, I love this. In the normal healing potion line, they have dragon spice, they have honey, they have strawberry, which is the classic red one, and they have blue goodberry.
In his head, he'll hear, "You want the blueberry." No, move on.
God, the blue one looks really nice. Just kind of takes it. Oh wait, no, I hate the color blue. And he puts it back and he.
Oh my god!
I tried.
Did
You bring
someone
the-
curse him?
You bring the cloak. By the way, that voice is getting used in a character I am playing later named Squib. If I ever get to play him,
I love it. I love it.
which I hope I do. Anyway, you bring the cloak of Elvenkind to the desk. And he's like, "Oh, you're God, I gotta get out of the bus. Oh, you're back.
Yes.
I see. You obviously weren't satisfied. The cloak of Elvenkind, good choice. Great eye. It's very stylish, made from the wood elves of the east. It has the leaves embroidered into it. Very, very stylish. I think it'll match your. He looks over like your traveler's garments. Your style nicely.
Thank you. So how much will all this be together?
For the healing potions, 100, and the cloak of Elvenkind,
600.
600 should be 700 total.
All right. She'll take out the gem worth 200 and the quartz worth 100. That's 300 together. And then
Right.
how much would these bring it down to? Assuming you take gems.
I do take gems. We use them a lot in magical enchanting, and I do like collecting them. With these, as well, since you've already bought something from me, I'll cut it down a little bit more. Let's say 350 gold to make up the difference.
Sounds good enough to me. Just take out 350 gold then.
Wonderful. Yeah, he takes the cloak and puts it under, and again, from the fold of his robes, pulls out the cloak and puts it in a bag for you. I hope you wear it well.
As do I. Thank you for your time.
And, of course. Thank you for buying the healing potions. We have plenty in stock.
I've noticed.
He's still turning.
You hear the goblin from over the corner. Do you have any green ones? No, we don't. Shoot. I guess I'll keep looking then. Pulls a lever again.
Out of character, does what did Cameron start with? I don't want to go blowing my money on him if he's already got some decent shit.
I think he's got an amulet and the cape of the Montback.
He's got better shit than we have.
Wait, what?
I only just
of
know.
Mountback.
Yeah.
The 1,250 gold. Jesus.
No,
Well,
he doesn't need anything.
He doesn't need anything.
Okay. I'm
Fuck Cameron.
just making sure. Then I will grab some potions as well, and I think that's all I'm gonna do for now.
How many potions?
Hold on, I'm checking through the general items real quick.
It's 50 gold for a potion. And 600 for a superior one. It's funny because you're at the wheel trying to like look and grab one, but he keeps just fucking spinning it. You actually make an insight check real quick.
You want me to make an insight check?
Yes, make an insight check on this goblin.
Oh boy, I got horrible insight.
Never mind.
My passive
I am
insight
a-
is an 11.
I'm oblivious, so I literally
Not enough.
walk over to him.
My passive is 16. Sorry.
I grab the thing that he's pulling and I stop him.
Aye.
I grab 4 potions and then I let it go and I walk away.
I was. People just don't understand. It's just I have to get the perfect one. Just keeps spinning it.
I grab 4 potions and I head over to the cupboard and grab a potion of hill giant strength.
Sure. Just pay the gold or.
Yep.
Yep.
250, and 4 of them would be 200. So,
Gotcha.
yikes. Good enough.
You pass by the goblin. He goes, "There's so many choices. I can't decide."
Oh my god.
But
I love him so much.
You should make him the BBEG.
how do you know he isn't already?
I feel like so after we like go towards the cult and do whatever we're gonna do there, I want to try to go south on the island to see if there's a way to return Butler. But I feel like going that way, we'll find a side quest. We'll be able to find the person that cursed this goblin.
He's
of
been cursed with
indecision.
indecision. I just can't decide. Like, oh, they look just all so pretty. I said the red one and the orange one, the yellow one. I just can't decide. All right. Anyway, are you guys
Like,
buying
if
anything
Faye
else?
just tapped
Or-
on the shoulder and said, "Hey, can I get your decision?"
So, is that it? You guys
I'm
doing
gonna
anything
go.
else here?
I'm gonna go rest around the fire.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to say, but I gotta use the rest of my beer back.
Okay. Selena, you would see both Bevlo and Kai take a rest by the fire that is kind of set aside in the corner as like some sort of like little rest zone.
She'll go near them, and Bevlo, you'll hear in your mind, Bevlo, it's me, Selena. Do you have that wand of secrets? Nod your head up and down if you do.
I try to nod as subtly as possible.
Perhaps you should try and use that. I have a feeling there's something here that we don't see. And I am here. I'm that one redhead woman.
Alright, let's see. I'm going to look
Shut
like
up.
I'm polishing up Butler,
Yeah.
but then use the wand of secrets.
All right. So, the Wand of Secrets reveals trapdoors, secret doors. What else?
The wand
Okay.
of secrets.
I like you just click on it. Just. All right. Mhm.
I don't know why I give myself sound effects.
Me.
I don't have to think about it. They just come
Hey, I
out.
can search it up real quick.
Wow, it didn't. do
Secret
it for
door
me.
or trapdoor? Okay, so it's just secret or trapdoors. Okay, good to know. You while polishing it, you kind of use it, and the small arrow kind of appears above the wand for a moment, and it spins around, trying to locate one of the objects, and spins for a moment, and then it poofs out. Doesn't look like it found anything. You do remember Ripley saying that he thought that the shopkeeper might know as like information.
Yeah.
After doing that, I'm going to like polish harder with a sour face to try to hint that it didn't work. Like pretend I'm trying to get a tough spot out.
That Master Bevla, that is
Yeah.
not a rust spot. That is just my natural color.
I'm sorry, Butler.
Thank you.
In your head, you'll hear, I get it. 26 insight, I think I get it.
A frustrated Bevlo is like, polishing the robot.
Gonna give like an over polished bald spot.
You've polished it to a point where like the kind of surroundings a little bit not grimy, but it's definitely like weathered. So this like one spot is now like a brilliant mirror shined silver, but like just this one spot.
Well, now Bevlo's OCD is gonna flare. He's gonna try to do the rest of it like that.
He's like, "Fuck, what have I done?" Are
Now I
you
gotta get the whole thing.
are you gonna polish Butler?
Yes.
All right, so you begin polishing Butler. It'll take about like 10 minutes because you see the spot and your brain is like, no, I can't fucking. You pull out your big bottle of shoe shine. You just start going to town.
My multi tool.
Oh, your money. It's like a power tool. So it's really nice and quiet over here in nature. The fire is cracking. The adventures are kind of like relaxing, and then it's the silence and peacefulness nature is broken by the of like this buffer,
Our buffer.
the big pad. Yeah, like sparks flying off. People are looking over and giving you like a stink eye.
I don't notice. I'm just in the zone.
He's got the welder's goggles on. So
He's in the
going
auto
to town.
zone.
That's it, folks. I'm done.
On that note,
Good night,
I'm gonna get some
Great
water.
session,
I'll be right
everybody.
back. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Wait a second. We're ready to get back.
All right, if everyone's gone, I'm gonna go grab some water.
Yeah, go for it. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get myself a potion. Just can't decide. There's the lovely red one. It's so sparkly and shiny. But then I see the blue one. I'm like, oh, it's such a nice color. Oh wait, no, I hate blue. But it tastes good. I mean, it's made from good berries, and good berries are good for you, right? But then like, there's the dragon spice one, and I'm ferocious. I feel like a healing potion of dragon spice would be for me. Probably very spicy and But then I see the honey one, and I love honey. Like honeycomb's my favorite food. I bet it feels so nice. It's got such a lovely yellow color. It's like the color of the sun. But if I'm going off color, then the strawberry one looks the best. It's got this nice, like, shiny to it. They've obviously put dedication in. I need to look at these more. Pulls the lever. Oh, here we go. Like, look at this blueberry one. It's even got a label on it. See, it says made from all natural blue good berries. Like, who doesn't want an all natural product? I know for sure that I'd want an all natural product. But if we're going with all natural, what's more natural than like honey or dragon? And I bet the dragon one's really spicy. And I like spicy foods, but only on certain days. Is it one of those days where I want the spicy food? Or maybe I like something like honey.
Sorry.
Maybe the Oh, I just...
I come back and I hear you.
You're gonna have to watch the recording because I just did like 5 minutes of just him trying to decide.
Hello?
Oh my god.
Are you guys all back?
Yeah, I'm back.
So I
Alright.
left, and I muted my mic, but I'm wearing a wireless headset. I heard that whole thing.
You heard-
while I was
you heard
filling up
all of it?
water. I just heard you going off. I couldn't stop laughing.
You heard all of it?
All of
What?
it.
Oh, it's not your recording, right?
Yeah, it was.
I just did like you guys were all gone, so I did like a 5-minute impromptu practicing of that character's voice where he was trying to decide on what potion to buy,
I absolutely love it.
and you'll have to watch the recording because man, he was making some great points, and I was just really showing off his indecisiveness.
So apparently the blueberry one is made from all organic
Blue
good
good berries.
berries. and our indecisive friend is very decisive on thinking he's ferocious.
Wait, so what you're saying is that if we got a bunch of good berries, we can grind them all up into a healing potion and drink that as an action.
I've seen a lot of sources say that basically a healing potion is like ground up good berries, water, and then a cure wounds spell has been cast on the potion. And that's what makes a healing potion. So yeah, you could.
Wow.
Keep that in mind.
I mean, you can craft magic items, like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have to use like 50 gold pieces, or is it 50 or is it 100? I forget. But you have to if you use money and time. So if you use 50 gold pieces and 2 days, you can brew your own healing potion.
I mean,
But you have to have the right materials.
I mean,
just
does it cost
good
money to
berries.
create good berries and water, and a healing
Mm.
potion, or a healing or a cure wounds spell?
No, but
You're the one that brought up the ingredients, my man.
I guess it's like 50 gold pieces worth of ingredients. I don't know. It's a magic item. You can craft magic items, but you need gold. Don't ask me. I didn't write the book.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad
know.
somebody heard that though.
It felt so natural. It felt like a conversation he'd be saying when he thought he was alone. And I could hear, even though he didn't know I could hear.
You're gonna have to watch the recording, dude.
I will.
All right, so we're
If
back.
only for that.
If only for that, for no other reason but that. So we're back. Buffalo, you've finished polishing Butler. He is now a shiny silver instead of his kind of dirty bronze. The rest of you kind of took a moment to relax and check out your items. If you wanted to attune to your items at this point, you could, if you want to.
All right.
If you want to take a second to do that, I'll allow it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Doing that. Attune. Wow, it doesn't require attunement. The pigments. That's pretty cool.
It's a wonders item.
I know, that is pretty amazing.
That's because they require skill.
It doesn't require that much skill.
I mean, whatever you draw will work. Just how good the quality of the work is kind of decides how cool it looks.
Well, if you want to paint over a 2-scale sketch, just ask me. You know, it'd be like paint by number.
I'll just
Fill in the.
paint on a wall.
Hmm.
Make a carriage.
There you go. Oh, our music died. Let me get some more music.
My
Wait.
face hurts.
Oh no, guys, I fucked up. Enterprise
What?
Enterprise doesn't open until Monday, and I was supposed to have my car back tomorrow.
Oh,
That's not good.
oh.
A rental car.
I caught up.
Piss. Still waiting on them to settle on my the amount of money I'm gonna be getting for my vehicle.
Miss Pistol. Oh, here's some better music.
It's getting fucking hot in my room right now.
Turn your fan on.
No, make the
I don't-
fucking thing sound like shit.
I don't want you dying to death, though.
Dying to death. Huh?
Dying to death. I don't want you dying to death. I don't want you getting like heat stroke.
I like dying to death.
Listen, if you
More
turn on your
accurate.
fan, I'll just go on a tangent with the goblin again. It's fine. I'll make it funny.
Don't worry, you'll see me mute myself a couple of times so I can cool myself off.
Whatever you want, man. All right.
The fuck,
So-
I can't open my character sheet.
You guys have attuned your items that you've wanted to, bought your items and are currently resting. You guys would see, though, on the other side of kind of where you guys are sitting, currently sitting at a table, looking over what looks to be a menagerie of different items kind of put into a pile, would be a very familiar looking party. A large white dragonborn, a human male with his crossbow across his back,
How the fuck are
a-
they here? What?
large Triton,
Sorry.
muscular build, and a human or no, a half elf cleric looking figure who's currently like reading a book in the corner, and Kai, most recognizably a very fine looking pale elf, currently looking bored and messing with a dagger on the table.
Why the fuck are they here? Fucking pieces of shit.
Oh wait, are these the guys we
It's the ones we fought.
lost
Us too.
in the
yeah.
tournament?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess Bevlo will go say hi.
Okay.
I'll go say hi as well then.
I will not.
Good. You can go chill with the goblin man.
No.
So you guys head over to say hello, and the first one to greet you is the large white dragonborn. You know, his horns curled behind him straight. His split mail armor is a little bit more nicked and worn the last time you've seen it. Looks like they've come out from some recent adventures. He looks over. Well, if my eyes don't deceive me, look who it is! As he stands up and extends his arms out for a hug, should you want one.
I come up and give him a brother's hug.
How
How are you doing, Garrisol?
Good to see you again, Kai. First of all, I guess I should say, what are you guys doing here? It's been so long since we saw you in Fort Green Bay.
Oh, many things have happened. We're currently on a little mission of our own, trying to figure some stuff out.
Art Adventure is always on missions. So are we. We're just continuing to follow a lead that we found in Fort Goldgrass. Bevlo. I should have said hi sooner. Would you like a hug?
Sure. And I brace myself.
Much lighter this time. Gives you a hug. It's like a nice hug
Oh,
instead of being crushed.
Yes.
Ever since we left Fort Green Bay, you know, what's his name? God damn it.
Dragon? Darian?
Fuck, dude. I need to be better with my NPCs. Hang on.
Natalia?
No, I have the character. Hang on. I'm just opening up D&D Beyond. Because I didn't take good notes. I wasn't prepared. But I'm rolling with it. Because we're a good DM. Dario has not stopped talking about you. He's been fascinated with your automaton. As you see Dario kind of peek over behind him. It's true. I've been trying to build one of my own. I haven't been successful.
Yeah, it's quite tricky. I recently borrowed one from a friend. Gesturing to Butler.
Butler kind of gives a mechanical wave. You get more interesting every time we see you.
Yes.
Where? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. My friend, my new friend here. I just gesturing into Butler. Just appeared. It was quite a surprise.
Huh. Well, can I actually have your advice on something? I need your advice. Does he kind of like huddles you over for a moment? Meanwhile, Garzel looks at you guys and says, well, where are the rest of your friends? Weren't there a lot more of you the last time we saw you?
Yes.
We've gone through some trouble.
We, our older friend has recently been murdered. And then, we've completely lost, our half, out of character. Fenril was half elf, right?
You haven't lost Fenril yet.
Lost Fenril yet, but
Oh. Well, with Marcy and I here, I thought Fenril was just gone now.
I mean, you're true, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh. We got another friend waiting for us at the tavern. And,
Well,
that should bring us up to speed.
my sincerest condolences to your loss. Sorry you've had to go through something like that. It was Jameson, right?
yes. He decided he didn't want to come back.
That is most unfortunate to hear, but I'm sure he died valiantly. And I'm sure wherever he is now, he is happy.
I'm sure he is too.
Oh, sit down. Can I grab you a drink? They have some spectacular flavors of ale here. Same ones as their healing potions.
You know what? I'll sit down and have a dragon spice.
Sure. A one floats
I'll-
over.
I'll try the blueberry.
They're both really good. They're not necessarily like ale flavored. Like you don't really get like the kind of alcohol taste. They're more like fruity, almost like soft drinks, more than actual ale. It's a bit weak for my taste, but still good. Meanwhile, Dario has been speaking with you, Bevlo, kind of like showing you his crossbow and the loading mechanism, trying to get your opinion on what mechanical gear ratio he should use and other artificery questions, stuff like that. Just making conversation with you.
While they're talking about that, and I'm taking a couple steps, I look over. How have you been, Gwen? Natalia?
I've been fine. Just kind of gives you Tiffy gives you a hard, cold shoulder as she
Mhm.
continues to mess around with her knife. Natalia kind of smiles more brightly. I've been okay. Just following these lugs around, making sure they don't fall into a vat of acid like that one time. Kraken kind of grunts. Well, do you need any assistance on the job you're on right now? We're kind of in between jobs right now. We're quite curious. We didn't expect to see you here. We were just kind of taking a break. Decided to stop by and buy some magic items with the recent spoils we got. Small world, I guess.
Yeah, very. I'll have to ask the others, but I mean, we could always use the help. We're kind of short-handed at the moment.
Well, if you need any of us, of course. Natalia, do we have those sending stones? Oh, yeah. She reaches into her pouch and pulls out a small sending stone that's kind of got their Garzal's name marked on it. Just use one of these. We always carry one around with us. It's the best way to communicate with us.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Of course, we're happy to see you. I hope you don't harbor any hard feelings from a little fight we had in the tournament.
Oh no, that was all fair game. Kraken really beat some sense into us.
Kind of grunts and like shakes his head.
And along with you, Garzel, that was very well done.
I try to remain humble, but it was a very fun fight. I'll say that. So, cheers to you and your party and your fallen comrade. Kind of hits the L on the table and downs it.
Slug mine too.
Bevlo, yeah, Dario's just talking your ear off about the new mechanisms he's added to his crossbows. You can see like there's a loading mechanism, and the string is now, instead of having to pull it back, he can push a lever and pull it back like a lever action. He's made all sorts of enhancements to it. So how did you make your automaton? I tried making one, and the best thing I could come up with was just a cube that kind of fell apart. Would you like to see? He pulls out this cube, and it's got a button on it.
Oh.
Press it.
No. I push it.
You press it, and like these 4 springs shoot out. Pling! And you see like the sides of the box are attached to the springs. That's it. It was just like ping. Yeah, I'm not mechanically inclined. Automaton wise, I'm more of a weapons person.
Yes. It's quite tricky. It actually uses a bit more alchemy than you would suspect.
Alchemy, really? I thought it'd be more mechanical.
Yes, but the alchemy helps helps keep everything loose and gets things moving.
Oh, like a lubricant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell you what, if you could show me that sort of alchemy, maybe I could use it on my weapons. And if you show me, I could show you a little bit of maybe some weapon building that could help your automaton.
All right. Do we have time for me to? How long would it takes? Like a long rest to make a new one?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
Uh, class.
Regardless, do you share the information with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you share kind of the alchemy tech that's in your automaton, and he shares with you more of the mechanical side of weaponry. To he kind of takes a look at the spring crown and notices the spring gear that it uses to punch it. He kind of shows you some ways that the spring could be easily reset faster. How many techs in spring crown making around?
I'm pretty sure right now it's just the one.
Just one? Well, if you rebuild him, you can upgrade him to have 2 attacks per round. He gets multi-attack.
Okay. I'll add that note. Let's see. How do I add that note?
Probably just go in
I
and
got extras.
edit it.
Ah, there we go. Note. All right. All right. Cool.
So there you go. Do you guys want to continue to sit and talk with this group, or do you want to head back? Or
What is the feeling I'm getting from Gwen? Just the cold shoulder?
make an insight check.
Oh, I hate you so much. Why insight? Oh my god, 16. That
You know, there was her normal kind of annoyed demeanor of like an angsty teenager that she usually has around her. But this cold shoulder she seems to be giving you is it looks like anger a little bit. She's kind of hiding it. It's just like she's continuing to mess with the dagger, kind of like twirling it on her finger, kind of like playing with it and flipping it along in her fingers. As she's, you can notice with that insight, she's trying hard not to like look at you. She's obviously like making an effort to. She's making an effort to make you notice that she's not looking at you, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
Is she a teenager?
Basically, she is a teenager. She's a person who never outgrew her angsty teenager phase.
Oh.
If you'll excuse me, Gerzo, I'm going to go talk to Gwen.
Oh, here we go.
I had to.
He kind of looks over and he looks at Gwen and he looks at you. Good luck. He's kind of like sips his ale.
He's like cracking, even kind of look away, like.
See Kraken just like kind of stare forward and sips his ale quietly. I think I'm gonna go get another ale. As he gets up. I think I'm gonna follow you. This ale is quite good. He leaves the table as well.
Oh no, this is bad. I'll head over to Gwen.
So sitting at a kind of the end of the table alone, playing with the knife in her hands, you finally sit down across from her. And she finally seems to acknowledge your presence in the sort of angsty teenager way. She looks over, her hair kind of flipping out of her face. Didn't expect to see you again.
Neither did I.
What are you doing here?
Well, at the moment, just chasing people who've done us wrong.
What's funny? She kind of looks down and continues to play with the knife. There's just like this very awkward energy now between you two.
Is there any reason why you're trying to ignore me?
Well, I just think it's funny how, last time we met, you left and didn't send a message or a letter or anything. Just kind of disappeared.
Ah, that's what this is about. It wasn't planned like that, but it was more or less us trying to get. I want to say it wasn't really my intention to leave as fast as I did.
And it's been how many weeks? 3? And you couldn't find, I don't know, 10 minutes to send something?
Yeah, that is kind of my fault.
She finally looks up and stares at you, stopping her fidgeting with the knife.
Sorry about that. Just been really preoccupied.
Make an insight check.
Damn it! Another insight. Why? I'm never gonna be able to insight this. I got lucky the first time.
Because you're trying to read the emotions of a woman, Kai.
Yeah, that's a wild 6, man.
You have no idea if what you're saying is good or not. She is very hard to read at the moment. Sorry, hang on one second. After you say that, she blinks. Well,
You can see right through me, dude.
are you inciting Scott? Or it's not Scott, it's Lena?
I'm just kind of watching and seeing what's going on, so I'm inciting both of them essentially.
So with the natural 20, was Selena there that night whenever they did it?
Was I in the room? No, I saw them leave with each other.
Yeah, you saw them leave with each other. And so as I'm trying to remember. Did Kai, did you tell anybody?
No,
No,
he
but
just
it
no.
was
he
pretty
didn't.
heavily.
It was
no,
heavily
it
implied
was
what happened.
Heavily implied.
Yeah, it was heavily implied. I don't want to start saying. I'm just trying to see how much other people know.
We
Selena,
saw
I'm gonna
him
say,
do the walk of shame.
gotcha. Yes, that is so. Selena, you could see that. You've been around a while. You've seen people, have these little flings and such. And you can see this is a very awkward reunion between one of those flings.
You don't say.
It seems like one party is completely with an natural 20 you would actually know a lot. You could see one party looks to be completely oblivious to the situation currently, while the other seems to be holding on to some pent up feelings that they're trying very hard not to make a scene. As you can see under the table, she is like fidgeting with the knife heavily, like gripping it. She doesn't look like she's about to stab him, but she's fidgeting hard with it.
Kai, in your mind, you hear, "You fucked up." And that's it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you still don't even know I'm there.
The voice of God. You fucked up.
And then it kind of like dawns on me. Would you like to go somewhere and talk about it?
Make a persuasion check.
Now that I'm good at. Sort of. Oh,
Oh,
oof.
Nope, not today.
14.
She hears you say that. She kind of, you can see this almost like micro reaction of like a wince from her as Celine, you see like she grips the knife really heavily under the table, and then kind of calms herself. I don't know if we're gonna see each other again, but next time you are friendly with a person, you should definitely consider not leaving so hastily. She smiles and picks herself up to the table. Good luck on whatever you're doing. And hastily makes her way away from the conversation.
Yet. So that would be a no on the allies list.
You can see with your passive guy, you can see both Garzal and Kraken are watching, and as she storms away, they kind of like cringe and turn back to their drink slowly.
TikTok, you said that's a no on an ally. I believe that's a little bit more than that. There's an enemy there.
That's a BBG right there. The villain origin story.
Villain origin story.
Revenge of the one night stand.
You know the worst part? The worst part is that she was the only one he's ever been with.
Well,
Ouch, man. Love is tough.
get thrown into the fire.
Yeah, I guess, man. Jesus.
Learn through pain.
Natalia comes back. She's holding a plate of food. I got the. Where'd Gwen go? She said she wanted food. Oh, hi, Kai.
Hi there.
Kind of sets it down. Did you say where Gwen went?
And I just have this face on me, and I point in the direction she stormed off. That away.
Oh dear. Oh no. She like picks up her stuff. Gwen, come back. She hurries outside of the tent.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she wasn't happy. So, what are you guys doing?
We were told that the shop owner here can give us the information we need. I got
Yes.
information on a specific person, but not a place. We were told that he could tell us a place.
You were told that he could have the information that could help you find either the place or the person you're looking for. He said that he'd have information to help you if you could get it out of him.
So, what should we try to do then? Should we try asking his character while he's not here, or?
No,
His
I'm not talking about
character.
Cameron's character. I'm talking about
Oh.
the owner of this establishment,
Ah,
the guy that you bought the items from. Vic Griffin.
Always do detect thoughts. Is there a spot that I could be at that will allow me to cast? Hold on, what's the? Let me just make sure. What the stuff I need to do for it? Yeah, it's all three. So is there a spot that I could go in the shop near enough to him where I can get to him pretty quickly, but he wouldn't see me cast a verbal?
Yeah, there's
and
enough. There's
Semitic-
enough little nooks and crannies within the shelves and the kind of little hidden pillars that you could do that.
Okay. I do have advantage on stealth now, so if I need to do that.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to a little nook, cast detect thoughts, and power walk my way over to him.
So you head over. He's like, "Oh, welcome back. Are you looking for more? You've bought quite enough already, or quite a lot. There's never enough, honestly."
Indeed.
He said, "He's like,
yeah.
He's like, she's back again, buying a lot of items. It's more money for me, I guess."
Actually, I was more interested in information. You told me about that blonde elven fellow. I don't suppose there's any more information you could possibly give me on him.
Well, I told you what he looked like. I don't know what he was here for. I don't know what she's asking me about that for. I don't know anything about him. That's about it. That's about all I know.
Don't know if he has any other people with him at all, or group.
As he's looking for a response, you hear in his head, "When I think about it, there was a couple other people that came in with him, but they left pretty quickly. That's it was him and maybe a few others, but they were more hidden. They just kind of waited in the back for him to finish. Said he was heading to." You hear in his head, it kind of changing his thoughts. Like, you should tell him this. Maybe you could use his help for something. It's like, tell you what, I don't like giving information about people, as I don't know what nefarious acts people might be up to, but if you help me with something, I'll be willing to share the information.
Help you with what?
He points over to the goblin, who's currently pulling the lever, still looking through the potions. He's been here for 2.5 days. I'm afraid if he doesn't pick something soon, he's going to be dehydrated and die. And I don't want goblin guts on my carpet. Could you just help him make a decision?
And if I do this, you'll tell me where he was heading?
Where he said he was heading.
What do I hear in his mind?
Here to find that, just want that fucking goblin out of here.
Damn it.
But his thoughts said do sound truthful.
Alright, just make sure you tell me where he was heading. Got it?
Of course. Mm-hmm.
In his mind?
By this point, it's a minute, right?
It's at the very edge.
The very edge. He says, "Yep." He's like, "Well, she gets rid of the goblin. I sure can."
Damn it! Say the fucking place, you asshole. Asshole.
And then the tech box ends.
Asshole.
No. You must do the side quest first.
Fuck you. Alright, I'll head over to the fucking goblin.
Forcing you guys to mess with them. Just pulling the lever, looking at all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, as you get over there, he sees one that's like green. So it's positioned dragon spice, honey, strawberry, then the blue goodberry. And he sees one that's green where the strawberry one should be. He's like, "Oh, that one right there. It's green. That's the one. He picks it. He kind of looks at it. Mr. Shopkeeper, I'll take this one. He's like, that one's spoiled. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll just put it back on the shelf there. I guess we'll keep looking. Let's see, we got dragon spots and honey. He's just like talking to himself.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. Oh yeah, hello. Yes.
Do you think I could help you with this?
Oh, I think I got it under cover. I'm just having a little bit of indecision at the moment.
Indecision that takes multiple days?
I'll take a moment to make a decision. Like, it's a potion. I only got 50 gold. I gotta make sure that I get the most out of it.
They do the same thing.
What?
They all do the exact same thing.
What do you mean? All these potions, they do like different stuff. That's what the catalog says.
The only thing that's different is their taste.
But the catalog said they did like different things.
Yes, taste. That's the only difference.
You're not yanking my chain, are you?
No, I am not.
So they all do the same things. They just taste different.
Yes.
Man, I got more to think about now. Because I was thinking of the magical effects. I wasn't really thinking of the taste because they're probably magical. But now if they do all the same thing, now taste matters even more.
Not really.
Well, yeah, it does. Because, if they all do the same thing, you want something that tastes good, right? And, it wants to be your favorite flavor, especially if you can only buy one.
What tastes good to you?
This fucking character, dude, I love him so much. Well, I really like the honey one. Honeycomb's probably my favorite food. It's nice and sweet, and it goes down. But at the same time, like, I want to be organic. Save the environment, that sort of thing. Go green. So it kind of makes me want to get the organic blueberry, or the blue goodberry ones.
Honey is organic. It comes from nature. They're both organic.
Yeah, but I guess the blueberries might be like more organic than the honey, right? Because it's not made from animals.
I thought you didn't like the color blue.
I'm going to
that's right. He doesn't pay attention to your approach. Yeah, that's true. I do hate the color blue, so I guess we can mark that one out. Yeah, we're not getting the blue one. So we'll be doing honey, but the strawberry ones are also organic. But it's
strawberry causes heartburn. Go with the honey.
What, heartburn? Make a deception check.
He's right, It does.
Wait, do they?
It does cause heartburn. Anything can cause heartburn if you eat enough of it.
Yeah, that's true. Make a deception check anyway.
Fine. I want to believe you, but I've eaten many strawberries in my lifetime, and I've never got heartburn. So I'm stuck between two. That was unjuiced.
But the dragon spice, I'm a ferocious little beast. I like that. I love the dragon spice because it's probably spicy, and it's for someone ferocious like me. But then I think about the honey and like how good it must taste, and I love the yellow color. I just can't make one. Perhaps let me look some new ones.
You've gone back to the honey 3 times.
He pulls on the lever.
The others once.
See, just between these two shelves, they look completely different.
Okay.
This one's more yellow than the other one.
Okay. Is there a way to get to the back of the machine?
Yeah, next to it there's a door, like a wooden door. It seems to have like a latch on it. You try the knob and it looks like it's locked.
Okay, while he's busy looking at the shelves, I'm gonna pick the lock.
Make a tools check with your all-purpose tools.
I also have proficiency with thieves tools. That's a standard for all artificers. And I have expertise.
Hey, Selena, at least you got him to cut the blueberry ones out.
Mm-hmm.
The 20 plus 6 plus.
I can hear how much fun you're having, Snugs.
1 What else do I add for a thieves tool check? Proficiency. Plus
D20
my...
proficiency, intelligence. Oh wait, no, thieves tools. It's dexterity.
Okay. I'm proficient with thieves tool.
Right. So D20, dexterity, and proficiency bonus.
Okay.
And
It's not,
Plus
I
my
didn't mean to do
all-purpose
that.
tool.
25. So yeah, you know, the honey one looks. He like just keeps talking, but nothing's obviously coming out.
Alright, I
But the
quickly get...
But the silence helps out as you see Bevla kind of reach down and. Do you see the door opens? As it opens a small crack, you can see that you can't really see anything beyond. It's just kind of like black, almost like a void.
Alright. I'll step in and light my lantern of revealing.
Okay, as you kind of look behind you and step into some darkness. Kai, are you joining them or are you still sitting at the table?
I see that Bevel has gone over, but I'm just kind of watching, thinking about how I just got shut down.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. So, Bevla, you head inside, kind of shut the door behind you so nobody sees you. And as you step through the kind of dark void, you kind of step forward a few steps, and it kind of lights up. And before you is this massive, massive factory. You see all these machines running. You can hear like whistles going off. As you see this massive production of healing potions, all manner of superior ones, you know, ultimate ones, some that you've never seen before. You see the flavorings being shot into the potion. You can see the clear, like unenchanted potions going into a giant machine and then coming out as the red ones that are then dyed with the different colors. You can see like there's the multiple conveyor belts going to different like portals, probably getting sent all across the adventuring realms.
What the fuck?
Okay.
And you see one that is leading and kind of depositing healing potions in the 4 flavors on the shelves that rotate.
Okay. I'm gonna just focus on the machine the goblin was working on.
Okay.
Pulling-
You'd see the lever mechanism that he's pulling. It's a pretty simple mechanism that where he pulls the lever and it kind of moves the shelves.
Alright. I am going to try to rig it so it'll stop on only the honey ones and he won't and rig it so he can't move it again.
Okay. Yeah, I say that's easy enough. You kind of look at the gear work. You kind of pull off a small panel that's on the next of it, and you can see kind of the gears working as he pulls it. You can see them spinning, and you adjust the gears so that when he's gonna pull, the gears actually lock up. Like you turn one around. And you do it exactly as he pulls a honey one to the front.
Alright.
Meanwhile, he like pulls a lever and it seems to stop. It seems to get stuck, Selena, and he's kind of staring at the honey one, and he's still talking, but doesn't realize that the silence is cutting off his voice, as he's probably just hearing his own voice in his head.
I didn't cast that. That was an accident.
Oh, you didn't cast that? I thought you did.
I didn't mean to actually pulling it up. I was just looking at it and
Oh, gotcha.
trying to look at the description, and that.
Let's
popped
see,
up.
but what about the lever isn't working? Man,
Maybe it's
dang it.
the world telling you to get the honey one. The universe telling you to get the honey one.
Make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage too.
Fucking thank you. Watch me
Since
get
the-
shit all for my
Since
persuasion.
the universe is deciding.
Wow! Even with
Wow.
advantage.
He rolled really bad on his insight.
Fucking hell.
He rolled a 3. So he looks at it and says, "You know what? I think you may be right.
I
I
am.
think the universe does want to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Think I've decided I'm getting the honey flavored healing potion."
Good.
You hear Vic just like, "That'll be 50 gold pieces." "Oh, it's 50. It was 25 last time."
Here, just acknowledge that it was 50. No, he didn't. He just said he only had 50 on him.
Do
Oh,
do you
no.
not have 50 gold?
No, I've only got 25 on me because you said it was 25 last time. I had the deal going on. That's why I bought him last time. Vic like heavily sighs. Just take it. Just take the damn thing. Oh, you're so kind. Oh well, thank you. You are my favorite shop, Vic. I'll make sure to come in and buy some couple days from now. You can hear him mutter under his breath. Please don't. You have a good day. I do as well. He turns to you. Thank you so much. What was your name?
Victoria.
Victoria. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
In his mind,
You said it.
in his mind, he hears "get out."
Oh, I think I should get out now. My brain's telling me it's really excited to drink this potion. He kind of,
You were.
in fact, I'm going to drink it right now. He like pops it open and kind of takes a sip. I don't really like the flavor. Oh, it's fine, I guess. He puts the stopper back in and he walks out.
I go up to him. I go up to Vic, and I deadpan look at him. Do you need a more permanent solution to him?
I think death will be a permanent solution if he takes that long again. His stupidity will be his downfall. Anyway, thank you for getting rid of him. As far as I know about the man, last he was saying something about having to prepare some sort of ritual, or he was getting things ready. He said something about how hard it was to traverse the rocks that he had to go over. So maybe check the north side of the island. There's a lot of rocky outcroppings that are out there.
Good to know.
Thanks again. I could have gotten rid of him. Trust me, I tried. Nothing worked on him. Suggestion, charm person, nothing worked.
Well, I'm sure more permanent spells probably would have worked better.
Oh, trust me, I've been saving some pretty powerful spell scrolls in case he comes in again and won't leave. Thinking Power Word Kill would probably be a good one. Maybe Power Word Pain would probably be better.
Wouldn't that make him more annoying?
Good point. I think I'll go with Power Word Kill.
Or Finger of Death.
I like you. You think like I do. Anyway, thank you for shopping at Vic's. Tell your friends.
Indeed.
So while I'm behind the machine, am I aware that he finally left?
Yeah, you can kind of see like a one-way mirror to the other side,
Okay.
from the factory.
So I'm gonna fix the lever.
You just take out the gear and you flip it so it spins normally again.
I think it's safest to just walk out and not try to take anything.
It's tantalizing, isn't it?
It was not tempting. I could just take as many Supreme Healing Potions as fit in my bag.
Those are like ultimate and supreme. Like, fucking, what was it? Ultimate's like 12?
I think it's like 12 or 10 D4 plus 10.
It's ridiculous and absolutely amazing. I love it.
Hey, Bevelo, you can do whatever you want. Technically, he doesn't even know I'm with you guys, so everything's fine in my...
What you doing?
My decision is to try to play it safe and just leave now that that problem's been taken care of. So I'm gonna just peek out, try to hop out real quick, and lock the door.
Okay. Easy enough. You slip through the portalless door and close it behind you, and you lock it with your thieves' tools, and looks like nobody saw you. So, you see Kai, who was watching kind of your group, still standing there. He looks a little starstruck, All right, not a little. He looks pretty starstruck.
I'm currently just sipping away at my alcohol.
Your fruity flavored soft drink.
In your mind, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
And at this point, I'm thinking, all right, it's got to be Selena. And I'm looking around.
If you see the redhead, you'll see her wink at you.
And I'm just looking at you like, are you?
Get mixed messages. You're like, wait.
Hold up.
You're
Wait a
you're like,
second.
whoa.
Oh god.
That's what I would do. But anyway,
I'm gonna head out and sulk.
yeah, and he stonks out. You guys staying, or do you guys want to exit?
Well, we know where Selena is. I think we've done all we can in here. So, I'm ready to exit.
Mm-hmm. No,
Garzal kind of sees both you, Bevlo, and Kai leaving and says, "Good luck on your adventures. Hopefully we see you again."
Yeah. Guy's just downtrodden.
Yes.
Bye.
He just kind of like cringes. He's like, "Ow." But you guys leave out of the other side, and due to time dilation, it's been now 5,000 years. No, I'm kidding. You guys are now in the apocalypse.
awesome. We're in the other campaign now.
Yeah, you're in the other campaign now. You see this old grizzled owl like, "Ugh, it's been 5,000 years." No, I'm kidding.
Oh god, I walk back in.
5,000 years can give you such a creak in the neck.
Yeah, you go back in for like an hour and come back out, and like the timeline's reset. So, no, you come back out. However, time has passed. You guys were in there about an hour. Now it is nighttime. You can see the stars up above.
AKA, as soon as we exit, the fucking disguise goes down.
As soon as you guys exit, you see the women. Those behind you suddenly kind of morphs and shifts back into Selena.
I'm just looking at her like, are you kidding me?
What?
You never mind.
Since you guys left, so basically since you guys left basically after the goblin left, you can see him kind of teetering as he's walking along the path kind of down back into the harbor, kind of talking to himself. You can hear like very quietly.
Should I give him a headache? Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry. While I was inside, I would have been looking. Did the guy had sending stones?
He did not have sending stones, but he saw a giant sign that says that his stock changes weekly.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Oh, so we'll have a new catalog for next week?
Assuming we're
The next
still
time
here.
you visit him, if a week has passed. And if I want to make one.
Yeah, for real. I literally spent all of my money, by the way, so I hope you're happy, Colton. I've gotten rid of it all.
Bro, you can do whatever you want with your money.
I've had so much money since the beginning of the campaign, bruh.
There you go. We got some cool stuff.
Okay.
Alright, so as we're walking, I'll tell to everyone. So I did talk to him for a little bit, and it seems that a blonde elven individual in dark robes with a symbol, so I'll draw it, looking sort of like this, 2 arrows and a dot, was heading with a few others to do some kind of ritual in the rocks. He believes they're on the north side of the island.
Alright, I guess that's our best bet to head.
It is fairly late, so the question is, do we want to do this tonight or wait? The longer we wait, the more likely they could move, but in the same regard, they could still be there by the time we get there tomorrow as well, so.
Maybe we can travel just a little bit tonight? and to give us a better start for tomorrow.
Could do that.
Not all night, just I don't know, the first quarter.
Out of character question. Would Finral be joining us or not?
For
Us going there.
going to
The ritual site.
you would have to go back to the tavern and see.
All right, back to the tavern first.
Oh shoot, sorry, I was reading something.
Okay.
So you guys head back to the tavern to hopefully get some rest.
We're going to talk to Finral and then see if we want to go.
Right. Well, as you guys approach Jesus.
Approach.
Approach the tavern. Let me get some new music quick. Okay. Bards. Thank you for the music. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
As you guys approach the fuck, shut up. I can't think. The Keshel's Flight Clan Tavern. You would see a couple of figures, Kai, you would recognize as some of the crewmates of the ship are currently outside, where you see some of the outside tables that have been set have been thrown around. Like some are tipped on their sides. Some of the chairs have been like overturned. It looks like there was a scuffle that went on. And you see the door has been just blasted off of its hinges.
Jesus. Ripley, what happened?
Are you inside?
Yeah, I'm heading.
This is the outside. As you head inside, you can see the scene is even more horrendous than you thought, as the outside ones look like they were the lucky ones that simply got knocked unconscious some way or another. As you head inside, you can see the beautiful kind of sea inside tavern that was, obviously decorated to show stories. You can see some of the murals have been ripped from the wall and torn. Trophies from the bar have been smashed along the ground. There is blood that has been splattered on some of the walls and some of the floors and some of the tables, as you see about 5 or 6 dead bodies currently in the middle of the tavern, with Ripley not to be seen.
Could I do an investigation to try to discern what happened?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Can I use? Oh, I guess it. Never mind. I was gonna ask, can I turn my multi-tool into a magnifying glass so it can help me?
I'll give you an extra +1.
Okay.
The people who are down, is it anyone that we know?
The people who are down, it doesn't look like anybody you specifically know. However, you, Kai, would recognize them as some of the crew members that had been talking with you not 2 hours earlier.
Okay.
Bevlo, with that investigation, you can take out your magnifying glass, going full detective Sherlock Holmes mode. You look and see that these blood marks are reminiscent of ones that would have been sprayed by like slashes of swords. You can see some of it's darker. It looks recent.
like within the last hour or so.
Oh, so the whole time we were in the magic shop, this happened.
Selena's gonna go check all the rooms, looking for Finroll and what was his name again?
Jermaine.
Jermaine.
So as you head up immediately to the rooms, thinking about Fenrir and first, and Jermaine kind of like an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
You throw open the door you saw Fenrir go into, and he is not there. You see a scuffle took place. There are blast marks against the walls that look reminiscent of lightning after being hit. There are some feathers that line the floor. However, at the edge of the room where the window would be is instead just a shattered hole.
I'm gonna look out the hole if I see anything outside.
As you look out the hole and the wind kind of whistles, blowing a bit of the glass along the floor and a bit of wood that's kind of hanging by a strand. Make a perception check.
Guidance. Damn, that's not advantage, so 12.
12. Looking out the window, or looking out of the hole in the wall where the window once was, you do not see anything besides just the nightly air and such. But you hear something behind you.
I turn around immediately.
Standing in the door frame, currently watching you, and look, hands somewhat obscured by a kind of overcloaked shawl that he's wearing. You see a male elf that is about 6 foot. Has this blonde hair that is shaved on one side and kind of combed over to the other. You can see the long pointed ears behind him, these very golden amber eyes, as he wears these kind of black robes with kind of gold trim on the outside, or kind of a ruddy, more rusty gold. And he's currently looking at you.
She immediately draws her rapier and points it at him.
Hold. You can see the symbol on his forehead is the one that was described by the shopkeeper. Not here to hurt you. Just put the sword down.
I'll put it down once I believe that I shouldn't have it out.
My name is Invicus. Did Fenrir tell you about me?
Oh, yeah, he's the one he's supposed to meet. Yes.
Okay. So you know that I was here to meet him.
I suppose.
You see, he's very steady and calm with this situation. He looks like he's obviously been trained to handle situations like this. As he kind of lowers his hands in a calm demeanor. Can we talk? I can say for sure that I had nothing to do with this.
Insight.
Not the people downstairs or what you have in front of you. Make an insight check.
No guidance. Fuck.
Hard to tell.
We can talk. She's still gonna be. She's still holding her rapier at him, though.
All right. As you know, I'm Invicus. I was hoping to meet Fenrir here to discuss the inner workings of the cult, but it seems they got to him first.
What do you know?
I know a bit more than you guys probably do. I know where the cult is located. However, they haven't been very open with what they've been planning. I'm higher up to know some information, but not all information. They've been gathering a lot of people for some sort of ritual that they've been planning for a while now. Apparently, they finally have the materials necessary to do it. If I were to hazard a guess, I would assume that they took Fenrir since they knew you were here, one way or another, and are probably using him as bait. They know you're here.
Bait for me?
Not just you. They took the large Goliath as well. Seems to have connections with another of your party members. The Triton fellow.
Bait for us, and what do they want?
This I am unsure of. That's why I wanted to meet with Fenrir. But it seems I was too late. I've been very careful with my inner workings to make sure to not expose myself, and I've been putting myself in extreme danger just talking to you. But I feel like we can help each other.
She'll lower the rapier, still at the radio, but lowered.
Perhaps it'd be better to talk with the rest of your party. Discuss what's going on.
Fine. They're in the actual tavern area. I need to look in the rest of these rooms first. There was another here.
Kind of narrows his eyes for a moment. We weren't told of another here.
Well, there was.
Kind of slowly backs away, keeping his hands kind of where you can see them. You said they're downstairs, right?
Yes. She walks past him, looking directly at him, with the rapier ready, but lowered. As she gets past him, she looks away and moves to the other rooms.
So quickly sweeping the other rooms, you would see the other ones, one of which seemed to have a person set inside. And the scene is like the aftermath of whenever the Nazgul tried to kill the hobbits. And in the room where Jermaine would be, he is gone, as well as his stuff.
Does it look like any scuffle happened in here or no?
Surprisingly, it does not look like any scuffle happened here. This room is still neat and tidy.
She'll leave that room and go to where everyone else is.
Okay. Kai and Bevla, you would see this man as well. What do you do as soon as he comes down the stairs?
Do we see him coming down alone?
I would say he comes down and then followed by Selena.
Who still has her rapier out.
Yeah.
No, then I'm gonna get my I'm gonna turn my longbow into the double-bladed scimitar.
Mm-hmm. Is there really a need for all this?
Yes.
When you watch one of your friends die, you tend to be on edge.
Fair enough.
Finral's
My
gone.
name.
Before he says anything, Finral's gone, and so is Jermaine. I think they took Finral. Oh, they took Finral.
They also took your Goliath friend, Kai.
The
Bartender.
Ripley.
bartender Ripley. Okay.
As I Go ahead.
Who took him?
I have reason to believe the cult did. I believe they know you are here and are trying to bait you into coming to them. Knowing that they have both one of your captains and now they have two of your friends.
Jackal's still alive?
Barely.
Kai's the female captain, right?
Jackal's the male captain that was taken.
Okay, cool. So I used the right name. Yes.
Yes. But I don't know how much longer for.
Well, consider us baited. What do you recommend we do if you are on our side?
He looks around between two. Well, I should tell you more about who I am first. I was one of the cult members, leading members for the Sons of Vecna. We were charged with infiltration, extortion, other tasks that the cult needed to instill fear within towns and villages. However, as I grew up in the organization, I further saw corruption slowly starting to spread, and in these past years they've done things that even I think I can't get behind. I think this ritual is going to go to a point of no return. Whatever they're planning, it's big. And I want to stop it before it happens. I've been talking with Fenrir for roughly 3 months now, since I first made contact with him back in when you visited Fort Tread. As far as what to do, I know where the cult base is hidden. On the North Shore, there's a large pile of rocks. It's hiding an old cave system, and from that cave system, they've built their hideout. Has access to their seaports with their ships, and has large and spacious areas where they can perform their duties without prying eyes. There's been a lot more people that have come in recent times. They've been gathering them from across the country. And once we only had about 12 that were now in the... For once, when we only had 12 in our base, we now have around 50. Whatever they're planning, it's something big. But I think with your help, we could possibly stop it. Fortunately, I don't have more information for you, and I have no way of making you trust me. But don't take this as a threat. I will stop that ritual. Just don't be in my way. You're either with me or against me.
Well, the wrist jewel doesn't sound any good for us either.
You said you don't know what the ritual is, yet you're certain it's bad. Why?
Does it have anything to do with oh, what was the name of that page? What was the book that page was from?
Book of Vile
Valdar.
Darkness.
Does this have anything to do with the Book of Volador?
Vile Darkness.
Vile Darkness.
Vile Darkness. You say it so fast. It
The
sounded
Book
like something.
of Vile Darkness.
Okay. Does this have anything to do with the Book of Vile Darkness?
I don't know. And I know it's bad because the cult has never done anything good. They've only done things for themselves. For their whispered one, I should know. I've done atrocious things in my lifetime. But that's beside the point. I have reason to believe that whatever they've been planning for a while. And since recently, they've finally had the capability to perform it. And if they've been waiting for so long and have gathered so many people, whatever they're doing can't possibly be good.
Insight.
Make an insight check.
I'm trying to see if he's holding anything back. See if I can actually roll well. Got that one natural 20. Let's see if I can get another one. Fuck, there it is.
I think you rolled a natural 20 on like the most useless thing.
Nothing. 18.
Well, it wasn't useless, but
Unnecessary.
what is that? One second.
Deception.
Deception. He is holding information back. He obviously lets on more than he knows, but it looks like it's not a conscious effort. It looks like sort of a natural way that he talks in his line of work, to be very closed and not give everything all at once. So it doesn't look to be like he's intentionally trying to do it, but is instead just trying to gauge he's just trying to gauge the situation at the moment. But he does look like he's holding stuff back.
You're not telling us everything. We have no love for the cult in any way. As a matter of fact, I speak for everyone when I say that we wouldn't mind them being utterly destroyed. Do you want the same thing?
I haven't given you enough credit for your level of insight. I do know more. In fact, I know what the ritual is about. You see, there's an ancient legend of a civilization so powerful that they were able to enact rituals to summon demons. These demons were not the ones of the Nine Hells or the Abyss that you know of, but instead they were demons from another plane. Nay, not a plane, just the astral nothingness that is extending outside of the planes, where everything is possible and everything is infinite. They call them wish dragons, demons, a sort of creature that is able to grant wishes to those who summon them. However, the ritual is intense and requires very specific resources. I have reason to believe that the person conducting this ritual has gathered these people here, has gathered some of your friends as sacrifices in order to conduct this ritual. I believe if we do not act soon, your friends will act as the catalyst that is able to summon this wish dragon. You see, summoning this type of beast is not an easy task. In order for the magnitude of what a wish can provide, much must be sacrificed in order to pay tribute to the dragon, for it to approach and to grant a wish. Now, I do not know what this person who wants to summon the dragon will wish for, but I know
that it will be not good, as it is our leader that wishes to summon him.
What's his name?
Sec. Looking at the
DMs when you say
notes.
DMs when you ask what's their name.
Never ask me a name again.
Never.
Buffering.
It's like buffering. You gotta like reset.
Please
and go back
hold.
and please hold while I figure out the name of the fucking BBEG that I was supposed to write like 15 sessions ago.
Or like the Gen 1 Pokemon game.
Does his
If you
name
talk-
start with an O? Sorry.
Do we see an O on the board?
Let's
Show
see
me
it.
that O.
I forget the name of the glitch, but I remember how to initiate it.
Yeah, they had the Archpriest Morakil.
Found it. Fuck, finally. Her name is Nash Sargray. She's been our leader for quite some time now. She's grown bold and reckless in the past years. Something has pushed her over the edge. And has sought out this wish dragon. Nash Sargray. There you go. Nash Sargray. She has been reclused in her studies, possibly finding out ways to conduct this ritual. I have reason to believe that she's found all the pieces. I do not know the specifics of what is required for the ritual, but if she feels confident enough to conduct it, then she obviously must have the devices.
How long do we have?
As far as I know, preparations began a week ago, and the moon will be full in about a day's time. That is whenever the ritual will be conducted.
Selena will look at everyone else.
I'm ready to move out anytime.
Let's go.
And if we need to, I can call in backup.
Maybe we should ask for them now.
I can.
We should
As I pull
also
out the...
tell
Go
the
ahead.
captain as well.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay. I shall mark the location on your map as he goes ahead and shows you the location. I can pull it open on the map. Taking the players to the map. There we go.
See,
I'll do a little.
There'll be an icon on your HUD when you
Just follow the arrow.
just follow.
I'll
the
do a
arrow.
little. I'll do a little X in a circle.
I don't see any rocks. There's a bunch of trees.
Fine.
You said north side anyway. Okay, that works too.
I recommend you gather any allies you'd like to take with you. Unfortunately, I think I've spent too much time here, and I may have exposed myself. But I will be there to help. I wish I didn't have to drag you into this, but since they have taken some of your friends, I'm afraid you have no choice. I'm sorry about the whole situation. Should have seen this corruption sooner.
Right.
I'll be going now. As he stands up and begins to walk out the door.
Where should we meet you once we've gathered everything?
Meet me on the North Shore. Look for the two rocks that stand equal height to each other. I'll be waiting in between them.
All right. Whom do you think we should gather from the ship?
He leaves.
I was talking
Yeah.
to
Oh, he's
Selena.
talking to him? Oh, sorry.
No.
I'll shut up.
We're talking to each other. Well, we should tell everyone on the ship. Pretty sure we can trust most of them. And I guess contact our friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Pull out the sending stone with his name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 1 second.
Connecting call. Please wait on somebody holds.
Hello, Gary Soul.
Ah, Kai. What's up?
I know you gave this to me not too long ago to ask for help if we need it, but looks like I'll be calling in that help sooner than expected.
What's the job?
Well, while we were gone, a cult here on the island came and kidnapped one of our teammates and one of my longtime friends. It seems to they be doing something that may have very large effects on the world. And my friends are in danger, so
Here's some kind of muffled speech. It sounds like he's turned away from it and is speaking to people outside. Seems like my group is willing to help. What do you want us?
Should meet
I
us
turn
on-
around.
Meet us on the ship. That way we can
On our
coordinate
ship?
better. Yes.
Do they have their own ship?
I don't know.
Yeah, true. Okay. Meet us on the Sanguine Fang, and I tell him the port, where to find us.
Sanguine Fang. All right. We'll meet you there. Boop, 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 boop.
This caller has disconnected. The call.
This caller has disconnected. Please pay 25 cents to continue this call.
Oh my god. Alright. Alright, let's head to the Fang. And figure out what we're going to do sooner rather than later.
Kind of look around the tavern. Do I see anybody, like any of the other crew members, cleaning up and stuff? Are they looking like they want to come with?
There are no crew members that are currently alive in this tavern.
Ah, I thought I saw some cleaning up the front.
There were some that were outside that looked to be unconscious, but stable. They'd probably take a
Right.
while to get up.
Gotcha.
So, but you guys head back to the Fang. Head aboard the ship. You see, it's gotten a little bit later after you're talking. Probably like almost midnight by this point. You can see there's almost nobody on deck besides a couple swabs, just kind of keeping watch, as well as Motley, who had been waiting to see you guys return as he's kind of tying some knots on the outside. He looks, oh, look, you came back.
Found anything interesting?
Quite a few things. First off, one of my friends and close pals have been kidnapped, and Fenrir has been taken by the cult as well. On top of that, we believe they're going to be holding a ritual to summon a, what was it called? Wish dragon or something?
A wish dragon.
A wish dragon.
They're gonna use the Dragon Balls.
No. No, that's the
God.
problem. They don't have them. That's why they
Damn
have to do
it.
sacrifices.
No, that's not what I wanted.
I love
That's
it.
what you did.
I love it.
And we're gonna save the day by having somebody wish for panties.
Yep.
Mm.
Bulbous panties.
Just destroyed my fucking
Immersion.
immersion story.
Sorry.
I was just sitting there at the tavern trying so hard to listen, and my brain kept going, this is Dragon Ball, this is Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
All right. Sorry, my bad
All
for
right,
bringing
all
this
right.
Nice.
up.
What
All right,
have
all
you
right, all right.
done?
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Heads.
All right. So, let's.
I just wish I was the one that
Huh.
said it.
Seems like every time you guys come back on this ship, you guys bring some new adventures.
Isn't that our job?
Wouldn't say we wanted this to happen either.
I have contacted another adventuring group that has agreed to help us. Figured we might need an extra muscle.
We only have a
Thanks.
day. They're going to start the ritual when the moon is full.
So tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Show them the location that
I'll be right back.
is marked.
He looks
Yeah.
at it.
We have a contact that will meet us right around here near two rocks that stand equally high.
Well, the ship's gonna take more than a day to get around there, even if we set off today. Right now, I think your best bet's gonna have to be going on foot. But this crew is willing to go with you, especially to get our captain back.
We actually didn't say that they had a captain, but let's assume that we told them everything.
I had assumed you told him everything
Yeah.
by this point, but sorry.
Don't worry about it. But it's a good thing that we just assumed that we told them everything.
Immersion.
Immersion.
Obviously, if there's anyone who doesn't want to go, that's fine. But anyone who is willing, this is going to be quite the fight.
I'll ask around. We do need to keep some here just to keep watch of the ship, and we'll need a little bit more since we're in especially a pirate cove, essentially. But
Indeed.
I think I'll ask around. I'll see who wants to join us. I know I'm coming. You all right?
A thing came to my mind that I wanted to say, but I want to keep this serious.
Okay. You can say it later.
I might.
I'll ask around. We'll have our party ready by morning.
Good.
I'll need to leave in 5 minutes.
I was gonna end in 5 minutes.
Okay.
We'll get them back.
We better.
Don't worry. Yeah, and I'll end the session right there. I don't want to go too much further without Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, the fact that he wasn't there.
Yeah. For real.
He was just gone. There wasn't a scuffle. Even having read his mind.
You had to give the girl that I went out that I had a one night stand with the teenage angst, huh? Damn it.
I thought you were gonna make her pregnant.
Oh my god. D&D pregnancy.
What did you want to say, Snow?
Help me raise this child. Oh.
you wanna
Oh,
say
I
in that
would
moment?
love to go and save our captain.
They took our captain, and now I will take their lives.
He just starts pulling out food. And
He has a big ass bass in one hand and a cleaver in the other. Let's go. We should do this now.
There's like a really sad moment where he dies. You're like, you're holding him. He's like, I can see the light. There's so much bread.
Was my
It's
cooking
sweet.
good?
What's my good? It was the best. Some of the best it's ever been. Oh, so lovely. Hey, shout out
I'm
to
going to go join the great big banquet.
shout
in the
out
sky.
shout out to Bowler Hat Goblin, best character of the session.
yeah, no fucking yeah.
No,
that was
so
amazing.
so not the goblin, but the voice is what I'm gonna use for a
Oh, yeah,
character if I
no,
ever end up
100%.
playing him.
That is
Um,
amazing.
it is. I'll post him in library, dude. Actually, I'll post him in characters, but his name is Squib, and he's an Aarakocra. I'm not sure what class yet.
Bard.
You sure you don't want to make him another another archer?
No,
You sure?
Wait,
I kind of want to play
Squib?
something like magical.
like the name used for people born in wizarding families with absolutely no magic.
Squib, like
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was just squid, but with a B.
So we gotta go.
He talks like this, and he likes a little bit of groggy grog before going on his adventures. But he's a good guy.
I absolutely loved that voice.
I feel like that voice fits really well with his picture.
Natural 20, he's dead.
Fuck you.
A natural 20 inflict wounds.
Oh, that's
Cast
it.
cast that higher. Oh my god, look at that damage.
Plus that, he's dead.
Holy sh-
Yes, that's it. Oh, I'm dead. It's a good run.
He's
As
dead.
he shrivels into a fucking prune.
Yeah, I am.
That's how you spell squib in the Harry Potter universe.
Huh.
Of someone born of at least one magical parent with absolutely no magic of their own.
Interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, I was
It's
thinking
like
about
Toucan-
maybe.
Toucan Sam.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe playing him as like a bard. So he's like, when he does like vicious mockery, he's like, did you know your face is so funny? Your mama's so fat. She falls off both sides of the bed. I don't know.
Filch
This-
the janitor was a
this-
squib.
That's definitely my next character, though. Yeah, he loves a bit of grog. That voice gives me a headache, though. I wonder if I can do it for 4 hours at a time.
Yeah, for real.
Mm.
It reminds me of Darden.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you
rule
gotta-
the day.
You gotta watch the recording because I did the whole monologue that made TikTok just lose
Oh
it.
no, I gotta fucking definitely look back on that. That was amazing. I come back and I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm so glad TikTok heard all of it.
What was his name again?
The Goblin?
The Goblin.
You never asked.
But what was his name?
I don't know.
What was his name?
You see, you're doing
don't know.
the worst thing you can do. You're asking a DM what his name was.
What was his name?
You didn't ask and he didn't introduce himself.
What was his
Didn't the
name?
shopkeeper tell us his name?
Oh, no, he said just get rid of that goblin over there.
What's his name? I need
Pretty
it.
sure.
I need it to have it because that's the title of this fucking episode.
Gorgy.
Gorgy?
Gorgy.
Corgi?
Corgi.
Corgi the Goblin? Spell that
Cor-
shit.
Okay, yeah. Corgi. Hang on. Corgi.
Corgi?
Corgi.
Corgi the